And thank you to our sponsor, Millesima. Millesima, bringing fine wine to you. Find out more information by visiting their website at www.millesima-usa.com.
Auction Napa Valley 2008. We're back to see what's happening this year. We started by checking out the new Flora Springs tasting room on Highway 29.
This is really kind of a symbol of what we really believe is St. Helena, in the sense that we really feel that we've captured, basically when you look at the building itself, the outlines of the hills. So we kind of brought the hills down to the highway, and then we all know in the wine business that everybody loves caves, and so what we wanted to do was kind of create a cave concept on the highway.
Next, we headed over to the Flora Springs Winery for their annual lobster feast. Then, we headed over for an amazing dinner at Pine Ridge Winery, where they surprised us halfway through the meal. You'll see.
Pine Ridge Winery was founded in 1978 by Gary and Nancy Andrus, and I think like a lot of vintners here, this was not their first career or not their first career choice, but they came in with sort of a goal or a perspective on winemaking. Gary loved winemaking and had a very French view of wine, and so they bought the home parcel here where the winery is located, and over time started to acquire other parcels throughout the valley. So there's now about 230 planted acres from Carneros and Rutherford and Oakville and up to Howell Mountain, as well as Stag's Leap District. This is a celebration of our 30th anniversary, so it is our Pearl event. And we've worked with Mikimoto Pearls to kind of create an auction lot and created an event around pearls as a concept for our guests tonight.
Midway through dinner, we were enjoying the food and wines, and then, whoa, look over there. The next morning, we found the perfect hangover cure at the Tour de Oakville, biking and wine tasting.
We're at Opus One, and this is I think the 12th year that we're doing the Tour de Oakville. We're very excited about it. There are 7 wineries participating this year, and people simply pick up a bike here at Opus One. They go to the guest house that Robert Mondavi is using. Then they go to Franciscan. Then they go to Silver Oak. After Silver Oak is Groth Winery. They continue on to Gargiulo, and then the last stop is Swanson before they come back to Opus One for another batch of hors d'oeuvres and some good wine.
Stop, you always want to favor your right hand, okay? Because that's the rear brake. You always want to stop the rear wheel before the front wheel. So you start with the right, add the left, all right? So that's pretty much it.
Once they're on the bike and everything, it's pretty smooth. We have guides that take them out in like groups of 10 or 12.
In the afternoon, we headed over to Taste Napa Valley for, you guessed it, more wine and more food.
Well, today we're starting with Taste Napa Valley. There's probably 3,000 people that are coming. We have all the different wineries that will be out on the lawns and tents, and then all the local restaurants.
This whole thing is going to start off with the barrel tasting, and the e-auction is already in progress.
What we're doing really is selling futures. We're selling 10 cases of wine out of these 60-gallon barrels. So the people that bid, they bid for a case. And each bid is raised by $50 minimum. And after 3 o'clock, then there's no limit. So you might see the prices go up to $40,000, which I've seen for a case of wine. One case of wine, $40,000.
We trust you will experience the magic of the Napa Valley tonight, the inspirational collaboration of all the people who live here. And if you would please join me in welcoming Jay Leno.
Okay, let's have them show their paddles.
All right, show your paddles.
Come on, show your paddles.
Feel like I'm in some S&M
We wanna
convention.
know that
Show
they-
your paddles.
We want to know that they
You
can do
mentioned
it.
it's all you can eat. It's all you can eat,
That's right.
All you can eat buffet.
Steve McPherson's a great friend of mine, and I was in the Bordeaux land of wines, and I hadn't really experienced a lot of California wines. And Steve, my friend, introduced. We were out one night drinking an '82 Latour, and he said, "You need to come home to
My
Napa."
favorite person in the whole world.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he said, "You need to come home to Napa." So this is my first experience, really moving into some of
Tell
the.
me about your first experience. How's it been?
It's been so fun. It's one of the few things I've done just for fun. I don't have to speak. I don't have to give an award. I don't have to get an award.
Just get a drink.
I just have to drink.
Drink and eat.
Just drink and eat. That's my kind of party.
Our lot's sort of a mix of fun. The 4 people are going to come to Hollywood to go to the American Film Institute Life Achievement Awards. Following that, they're going to get a walk-on part on Grey's Anatomy. Mario Batali's going to cook them dinner. Then I'm taking the 4 of them down to New Zealand with me for a week to go see all the great wineries down there.
Well, we've got 6 Magnums of 1992, which was the first sort of official vintage of Screaming Eagle, and it's a brilliant vintage, and certainly I think one of Gene's favorite vintages, and so it'll be interesting to see how that works. And we're also going to do a little dinner out in the vineyard for the winter, and so it should be a lot of fun.
Michael Paletsky is the man behind Blackbird Vineyards. Now then, he's a dangerously handsome guy with some wicked designer stubble, and he produces some pretty fancy popular cult wines as well.
Eric and I met here 4 years ago, and we've become very good friends, and we've put together what we think is probably one of the better lots here tonight. Erica represents Chanel in the United States. I have a little vineyard called Blackbird Vineyards, and Erica's been kind enough to put together totally unobtainable tour for people at the Coco Chanel's apartment in Paris, 4 seats for the spring shows in Paris. We've thrown in a little bit of wine, and because Erica's so charming, we got Paul Tao to throw in a private jet round trip from New York to Paris for the whole package.
No cheers in the room. 300 sold to you, sir. Well done.
My wife, who is absolutely not a shopper, she has nothing to do with anything. She never wants to spend a penny. She saw that they get to visit the House of Chanel in France, compliments of Blackbird Vineyard, and I said that would be a wonderful way to spend our money on charity. If that's a dream for you, I would love to do it. And I said, whatever it takes, we'll do it, and I did it. And it's for my wife, my bride. I love her, and it's for the charity of Napa Valley. And I'm really looking forward to that event.
Robert Mondavi was sort of the originator, one of the lead thinkers about this event, and certainly one of the lead promoters. And this is the last time we'll have an auction lot that was conceived while he was still alive, to honor him for recognizing his birthday and also recognizing the fact that he did so much to make the auction succeed in the beginning and then later to make it prevail.
Last year, after the auction, Sherry and I said to each other, instead of doing another mega trip lot, we should do something to honor someone who meant so much to all of us, Robert Mondavi. And so we came up with this idea of 9 wineries and 5 chefs for what was then going to be a birthday party for his 95th birthday for 95 people.